Hi, this is Marcus from Digiprop. Today I wanted to show you in a little bit more detail and in a video tutorial how you can assemble the arm, the moving arm of the Maneki Neko, the lucky or beckoning cat. Because it's a little bit more complicated than the rest of the model, and a couple of people have asked how to do that exactly. So here's how it's done. You start with 5 pieces, one for the top of the arm, this one, with the 3 strokes indicating the claw of the cat's paw, the bottom of the arm, and 2 side parts. And in addition you have a 5th part which goes inside the arm and keeps the axis fixed. Alright, as an axis we use the skewer or any other small wooden rod with a diameter of, let's say, something in the range of 3 millimeters would be fine. This skewer has the nice advantage that it has a pointed tip, so it's easier actually to insert it into the arm. Alright, start with the bottom part, you have to fold it up and then create kind of a double L shape. So we have first it makes an 90 degrees angle turn, and then here the tip of the paw is actually then folded down again, like so. Alright, then you take one of the side parts, the one with the end cap attached to it, this one, where you need to cut out a little hole for the axis to go through. Yeah. Start by folding up all the flaps that we later use for gluing on the other parts. Actually, I've already creased them. You can do so by using a ruler and scissors or a crafting knife. Yeah, here you go, like so. Okay, and now you can already glue on these 2 flaps at the end. Like so. Okay. Next thing you do is you glue the side, or attach the side to the actual paw, to the bottom, and this is what it will look like. Okay, so these pieces go together like so. Take your time with the glue, allow it to set so that everything is kept neatly in place. I tend to be a little bit impatient, or too impatient with these things, actually. Okay, here we go. So this is the end, the end that goes into the cat itself, and this is the bottom that we now attach to the side. Okay. So here we go, creating these 2 nice angles. The arm tapers a little bit at the end where the paw is, so this needs to be folded inwards slightly. Okay, and now you get this this first half of the arm. It should look like this, and this is where the skewer goes through the hole, multiplies here in the arm, and then the arm will rotate like this. Okay, so we are looking from the back onto the arm. This is actually, this would be the front of the arm. Okay, now next thing is to attach the other side. Again, fold up all the flaps that we need for attaching it. Okay. Okay, like so. And then you have a turn here. And the cat's paw actually bulges a little bit here. So you need to fold this outward and then back inward at the next fold. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Right. And by the way, for this project, I recommend cardstock, not really printing paper or something like that, because it's just too thin, too lightweight. And this model needs a little bit of support. It needs to be a bit sturdier because it has moving parts. Okay. So this is already beginning to look a little bit like a cat's arm. Okay. From the right angle at least. All right. So we now have the structure where only the top part is still missing. And now before you attach the top part, you insert this piece. It's kind of a square, but not exactly, so it's slightly asymmetric. Again, you fold up the flaps, and then you have to insert it into the arm at some distance from the end. So here, before it makes this 90-degree turn. Okay, so it goes here, and since it's slightly asymmetric, it fits in one orientation better than in the others. You have to try a little bit. So the shorter side actually goes to from our perspective here, to the back of the arm. So like so. And I put it in here and make sure that it's firmly attached to the sides, because this is the piece that actually holds the skewer in place. So this needs to be really well inserted and well fixed, otherwise the whole thing is coming apart. Okay, so now before we close it off by attaching the top, you actually have to insert the skillet, the skewer, sorry, and you do so. Ideally, you cut the hole into this piece a little bit smaller than the diameter of the skewer, and then put a dab of glue here and push it in and push it through the hole. And since it's a little bit smaller than the skewer's diameter, it creates a friction that is actually important to keep the skewer well attached to the paw. These two parts have to be firmly attached and must not move independently, otherwise the mechanism isn't working. So this is the actual motion that the arm will make inside the cat. This is from the back, and this is from the front. So this is what it would look like. So the only thing missing is the top cover. So I will glue that into place now. And actually, you have to make sure. One thing that is important is that this piece inside the arm isn't protruding outside of the sides, because otherwise you can't actually attach the top properly. So make sure that it's flush with the sides, and then we can attach the arm. There's one. Actually, this needs to be okay. There's one flap that is on the top piece itself. It's right here at the front, at the tip, and this is the last thing that is then actually closing the whole structure. So when you attach the top part, make sure that it's properly folded. Okay, so it goes all the way around here. So it needs again to follow this double L structure. Okay, you got this L, and then you got this second angle or second L. And make sure that you take your time, because it's actually a little bit finicky to cover to attach the cover. But if you don't do it properly, the structure, which will be a moving part, will not hold together properly. So make sure that you take your time allowing the glue to set. And you have to convince it a little bit to come together correctly. Okay. Okay, so okay, so we're now left with just a couple of flaps to be attached. All right. So the tip of the paw is actually the most visible part, so make sure that that comes together nicely. Whereas the other end of the arm is not actually visible, so it goes into the cat itself, so it disappears in the body, and you don't actually see it. So if you make a mistake there, it's not so bad. Okay, so now we have the arm. This is the arm itself, and this is how it will move inside the cat. All right. So the next thing is something that you will have to do inside the cat, actually. So once you've made the body of the cat, inside the cat's body there's this frame which holds in place the arm. But I will show it outside of the cat because it's easier to see what's going on. So imagine this is already inside the body of the cat. So next thing you need is a counterweight that serves as a pendulum and actually drives the movement of the arm. And this is the piece that you need for that. So what you have here is kind of a pocket where you can insert a small weight, something like a coin, small coin, like so. So I'll apply a little bit of glue here, put the coin into this pocket, close it, and that's it. And now this second part actually goes here, but don't glue it on yet. First, insert the arm with the skewer here into the frame. Okay, like so. I'll make sure that it rotates freely inside the cat. If there's some kind of friction, the whole thing will not work very well. So make sure that it can rotate freely without any friction. Once that's assured, you can actually apply glue here and glue the weight into place, and you apply glue also not just at the flaps for the pocket, but also here in the middle where the top part folds over the bottom part. Okay, and then you fold it around or glue it around the skewer, and so that it forms a nice little weight. And now you have to be careful to have the right orientation between the pendulum and the arm itself. So the arm, if the pendulum points down, follows gravity, then the arm needs to be in the upward position. So that's the resting position. So the glue, the weight is hanging down, and the arm is in the upright position. So that when you then give it a little bit of a push, it moves back and forth. So this is what you would see from the front. Push it, and you have that motion here. Okay, so this is all being done when the whole thing is already inside the cat's body, because otherwise you can't later on put this into the cat's body. So this would not work. The arm needs to be inserted when the frame is already in the body. Okay, this is just for demonstration here. And another important thing, of course, is that you need to cut off the skewer, so to make this whole thing fit into the cat's body. Cut it off as shortly as possible, but leave enough to make sure that it's not slipping outside of this frame. It needs to stay in here, otherwise it's not working very nicely. All right, so that's it. That's how you do the arm. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me via the blog, leave a comment, or send me a message via the contact form. And if you want to be updated on further projects, I'd be very happy if you register for my newsletter. All right, thank you and have a nice day. Bye.